no, that's not working. Good morning. Can y'all like hear and see me okay? My internet is being so funny this morning. So let's just hope we get through this. And then I gotta call Spectrum because my internet it's not working. The only thing that is connected right now is my phone, which is a blessing, but weird. So y'all just let me know at any point in time if y'all can't hear or see me anymore. Good morning. Okay, I got questions. Okay, so y'all know I'm, tad bit behind. I'm going to catch up this weekend. Do we want to do like a recap on Joseph's life? Or do we want to do today's reading? What do y'all want to do? What do y'all think? Yes. I got that to go all the way down in there. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. No, but they will be. She is sending them all to me today. So these will probably be launched next week. And we're also planning an Ootsy sale next week. And we'll have like 100, I think it's like, it's over 100 products that I'm going to sell super cheap to get them out of our shop. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have a really great week next week. I do not make these Bible markers, but I have somebody that does. She's really sweet, and I've met with her, and so she's actually the one who made me this. Let me show you. I hope Steve builds my bookshelf today. I'm so excited for my office kind of getting like a revamp. It makes me so happy. Okay, so she's the one who made me this, and this is beautiful. And I want to offer these, but I gave her some tasks to do first. She has to learn how to like make these at a faster rate so that she's making money. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that this is really cool, but she made me smaller versions of this for your car. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. But she don't have a website or nothing. She stays at home, okay? Her hubby is a truck driver, and she just wants a little bit of like extra. So I'm going to help her do that, and we're going to do it on purposeihope.com, and it's going to be like an exclusive product that nobody else has, because it is handmade until she's ready to venture out on her own. And I think that is so sweet. And I'm super excited about it. But next week, we're going to have these bookmarks. And maybe if Steve comes in here in a little bit, I'll get him to go get the car charm so I can show y'all. But it's basically like this, but a smaller version of this. And this is a little angel. Like, oh my gosh. Beautiful, right? And so all of that, she is sending it to me today. So it's all going to be available next week, which is going to be awesome. I know. Thank you, Kat Lee. Vicky, did you already listen to it? I haven't posted it yet. I was trying to see if it uploaded this morning, but my computer wasn't connected, so I'm glad that it did. I have not. I have contacted Dayspring and asked, but they have not responded to me. Vicky, I'm glad that it posted. I was gonna tell when I posted it this morning, I was gonna tell everybody to make sure you turn the volume down because of me. So sorry. Because we got this microphone for Steve and you could actually hear him this time, but see, it was sitting like right here. And Steve was right here and I was right here. So I was way too close to this thing. Because I don't need this. I know. Not even need a microphone. You know what I'm saying? So we should have set it like way further over here. So next time I will work on it. I mean, because I was very loud. Stupid microphone. But it was good for Steve. So we have got to get, we got to find that like happy medium. But we will. We will. And it'll be really good. The podcast is called Purpose of Hope. Purpose of Hope podcast. And then the logo is me and it says Purpose of Hope with Kelsey and Steve or something along those lines. My hubby helps me record my podcast. I am in the process of writing the book. Y'all be listening as soon as it launches. Y'all so funny. I will be posting it in the Purpose of Hope Facebook group in a little while. Casey, we are praying for you, girlfriend. Is it called like Squeaker? Squeak? I don't know. They should upload to YouTube. Hold on, I'll tell you how to spell it. Let me have my computer on here. It is, or maybe I'll tell you how to spell it. Or maybe not. It's like SPREAKER or something like that. This is weird. But I do like them. Like, they're really cool. But usually it gets uploaded to YouTube, and that's the best place to do it. Or see it. Good morning. Okay, what did y'all decide? Okay, so if we started with today's reading. Hold on. Where would we be? Today's the 19th, right? Oh boy. So if we started with today's reading, we would start on Job. Which this is a very good part of Job. But we can either start on Job. I gotta mark where I'm at here. Or we can like recap Joseph's that's fucking life. What do you want to do? Oh boy. Good old Job. So you want to talk about Job or Joseph? Take your pick. I really love Joseph. Joseph is so good. Some of y'all are saying Job. Y'all want to do Job? All of you are saying Job. Oh, here we go. We got some Joseph. Hey, honey. I need more coffee. Angie, I went right in Exodus. I love it. Our membership babes have already done a very deep study on Job. Bless their hearts. My lives are Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Do a spinner. I don't know. I think Job is winning. Really do think Job is winning. It's kind of sad. Just looking forward to talking about good old Joseph.
Mommy, where's my phone?
Right there.
Why is it right there?
Because that charger wasn't charging it. So I brought it in here and plugged it up to mine so you'd have a fully charged phone today. Yeah. All of this is driving me crazy. Just,
Can I play me a game so I can play on the bus?
Huh?
My phone.
What?
Can I find me a game so I can play a bus on the phone?
Yeah. You need to go brush your hair. You got makeup on?
Yeah.
You pretty? Is your phone not cutting on?
It is. It's at 100%.
Oh, I gotta say it should be. Why ain't it cut on then?
I don't know.
You don't know how to cut your phone on?
I know how.
Got it.
I usually have to tap it to cut it on.
Okay. All right. They say good morning, Emma.
Come on, me.
She's so cute. I summed it up for the hubby. Wine, wine, wine. Why me? You sin, you're forgiven. Good job, Charity. Such a good teacher. Live population wants Job. Members want Joseph. Exactly. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. But Joseph is so good, my friends. But I'll do it for y'all. We'll do Job. But we got to talk about Joseph. Maybe I should make a download about Joseph. Gosh, he's so good.
You should.
I should. Thank you. Yep. I'll tell you what. Y'all missing out. Because Joseph loves lessons. We'll do Job. Fine. I love Job, but don't get me wrong. Job is great. I had my own little notes in here. Because I've already read Job. Y'all, I've read Job like 3 times last year. Why did I do that? I don't know. The good Lord be leading me to it. I'll tell you what. Okay, so we'll start in Job for you guys. Only for y'all. Because I love y'all. Okay? But we're still going to talk about Joseph at some point. We might do Joseph tomorrow. That'll give me time to get some reading together. Because I have a little bit more to do. All right, Emma. I'm getting ready to get started. So, oh, yeah. I don't know. The internet's being funky. I'm not sure, baby. It might not work. Go see if you just come back if you can get the internet to cut on. Don't be restarting it or nothing. And I'll call about the internet. Ugh. Oh, you're so welcome. I approved lots of friendships on Facebook yesterday. We're going to do Job this morning because Job is good. I like Job, but tomorrow we're going to do Joseph. And we're going to do a recap of Joseph. And that will give me time to like really finish Joseph up too. Because there's a little bit about Joseph that I need to finish studying on that I would really like to get down. So we're going to do Job today. We're going to do the January 19 reading, which is Job 1, 2... It would be 3 and 4 as well, if I get that far. Y'all know that sometimes we just really don't get that far. And then we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me get my pen. Who else uses these pens before we get started? I got questions. So I have a heavy hand. You know what that means? Like when you write and then like your words go through the page, you know, when you're using a regular ballpoint pen, the words would go through the page. Okay? Is that the reason why these things don't last long as anything? Like I gotta hold the pen a certain way and keep moving it around to get it to write again. Why? Is it because I write so heavy? This is going to be on page 72. Is it just because, like, my hand is so heavy? I don't know. You stopped using them because of that. What else do you use? Like, what other pens are made like this? Because I like the I like the thickness. So this is a regular pen. You see, like the thin, whatever. I like the thickness. I like that it's like writes big and bold. So, like, is there any other pens that are right like that? Do they really? Are they just like this? Like, do they bleed? Like, I care. I don't care if they bleed. I don't know. I love these pens, but I just don't think they last long for me. And I feel like there's a lot of ink left in them. It's just the tip. It's just the tip. I'm never going to remember all this. Y'all are going to have to send me a message. So sorry. This is probably going to be a reoccurring thing today, though, because I'm coming to the end of whatever I had, or I'm at the end, and this is what it's left me with. So, but y'all are going to have to send me those suggestions somewhere. Probably on Facebook or something would be great. So that I can get me something. If you bend the tip, they won't write. Yeah, so that's probably my problem. That's probably my problem. Thank you. Yes, that would be great. Y'all are the best. All right, so page 72, January 19th reading is actually Job 1 through 4. I doubt we'll get through all that. But we're going to go ahead and jump in, and we're going to talk about it and take some notes, all right? So, my Bible starts off by saying this. The account of Job is traditionally thought to have taken place around the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or shortly thereafter. However, it could have occurred as late as exile during the 6th century BC. So it gave you a little breakdown right there. All right? So Job 1 through 5. There was once a man named Job who lived in the land of, is it Uz? I don't know, something like that. And he was blameless, a man of complete integrity. He feared God and stayed away from evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. He owned 7,000 sheep, 300 camels, 500 teams of oxen, and 500 female donkeys. He also had many servants. He was, in fact, the richest person in that entire area. Job's sons would take turns preparing feasts in their home, and they would also invite their 3 sisters to celebrate with them. When these celebrations ended, sometimes after several days, Job would purify his children. He would get up early in the morning and offer a burnt offering for each of them. For Job said to himself, "Perhaps my children have sinned and have cursed God in their hearts." This was Job's regular practice. What? Did you get it to work? No. I'd still take it with you this morning. It's not your phone, it's our internet.
No, look. I have no games on it or nothing. They all got deleted by my phone. My phone, see?
You need to clean your screen. For real, for real. And probably not with those. Go use something else.
Like what?
Well, a baby wipe probably ain't the best thing to use, but it's what I would use because your screen's gross, and that's probably why it's not working. We will definitely be praying for you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to notice right here is Job prayed for his children, right? I don't think Sue's ever going to bring me some new coffee. Honey! I need coffee. Job prayed for his kids, right? A lot of people think Job is the book of, when people say, why do people suffer? A lot of people bring up the book of Job. They say, well, Job was a great man and he suffered greatly, and then in the end God doubled everything, right? A lot of people think that that's the book of Job, that it just talks about why bad things happen to good people. But it's really not. Honey, I can't help you with this. What, honey, you're on airplane mode. But I really can't help you with this because I am doing my thing this morning, woman.
No, put it on airplane mode because I was going to school.
Do what?
I put it on airplane mode because I was going to school.
Well, you need to stop.
Okay.
And you need to, where is your father?
I don't know.
Well, you need to go find him. Find him and get him to help you.
Yep.
You're connecting to the internet. I don't know if it's going to work. Go find your father. While you're at it, tell him I need coffee. Please. I don't know where Steve's run off to this morning. Okay. So Job is actually not about that. It's not about why bad things happen to good people. Job is actually a story of repentance, right? Job is actually a story of a broken man who didn't want to be broken. He held a whole bunch of pride and thought that he was perfect. And thought throughout this whole thing, like a lot of us do, that he didn't deserve this, right? He said he didn't deserve what had happened to him. He done what a lot of us do. And he was doing every bit of that out of pride. And in the end, God revealed to him what the problem was. And Job actually had an eye problem. He had a me problem. He had a pride problem. And he had to repent of that. And that's when Job got blessed with everything all over again, right? And when you're reading Job, something that is helpful. So, question, I want y'all to answer. Those in the membership, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to answer. You'll have to answer honestly, I guess. Like, pretend that you haven't studied Job with me. When you've read Job before, have you found yourself agreeing with his friends and the statements that they say? So if you've ever read Job before, have you agreed with what the friends have said when you've read like the back and forth? I want to know. Right? Because I found myself, when I first read Job, before I ever really studied it, you're inclined kind of to agree with the friends. Because Job is having a pity party, and you know his friends are wrong. And you know that Job is basically having a pity party, and then you got these friends, and they're stating things that are true. Because some of the things that they say are true, right? The problem is his friends are actually very much so wrong and in the wrong. So, yes, they state statements that are true. They say things that do apply, so to say. But his friends said everything the wrong way. They were actually really wrong. And they accused Job of all this bad stuff happening in his life because of his sin. But he didn't have any. Right? So, what you doing back in here? And you brought Charlie. What are you doing? Did the internet connect? Okay, I'm so sorry, but I just can't help you right now.
Yeah, I know I'll connect on the bus either.
Okay, but you can just have it. I don't know, Emma. I'm sorry.
Can I please bring the tablet?
No, you can't. You cannot bring that computer to school.
No, I can't take computer as a tablet.
What tablet? My tablet? Emma, I don't know about that.
I'll take good care of it.
Huh?
I'll take good care of it.
I guess. I don't know. Are you allowed to even take that to school? Did you tell your daddy I wanted coffee?
Yeah. Hey, guys, she didn't get it. But I told him. I definitely told him. I said, Mommy wants coffee. He didn't respond.
That's not good. That's not good. It's cold. Emma make me coffee. She is. She tries so hard. It is. Apparently, it is a morning. Yes, all the Job notes are on the membership app. Yes, Angie. She is your mini-me. That's so funny. I don't even know if Steve's on here, to be honest with you. I thought I seen a question of some sort. But anywho, so his friends were actually really wrong. All of his friends were actually accusing him of committing sin, and that is why the bad things was happening in his life, and that's not true at all. Not true at all. You see, everybody in this picture, okay, Job and his friends, all right? And then one person who wasn't his friend but spoke up and gave his 2 cents. I've been hollering for you all morning.
Get the Wi-Fi fixed.
Get the what? I'm working on it. Yes, all my coffee. Well, ever since I started uploading them to YouTube, they're all there, and I got some to upload today. Apparently, his phone won't connect to the internet either. The only person's phone that is even connected right now is mine. I don't know what's wrong with the internet. I'm gonna call up Spectrum because that's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out for me. But he acts like he can't hear me, and I'm loud as ever. He's wrong. I be yelling, you know. He heard me. He did so. He lied. Okay. Let's keep reading a little bit, right? So let's see. Oh, wait. Let me finish what I said. Everybody in this story had a limited perspective. Okay? Because nobody is going to see these next things that we are going to read about, right? Nobody knows, and they never learn it. God never offers it. It's never told about what happened behind the scenes, about Satan and the Lord battling, right? Job was in a spiritual battle and had no idea he was in the middle of a spiritual battle, right? And he never learns that he was. He never learns that he was, but he was, which is really, really good. Steve. Okay, let's keep reading. Job 1:6. One day, the members of the heavenly court came to present themselves before the Lord, and the accuser, Satan, came with them. So that right there proves to you something, and that right there proves to you who Satan answers to. It's okay, I'll wait. We all need to memorize that verse. All right? Because I guess I'll write my own notes in here. We all need to memorize that verse. So that when the people be trying to tell us that Satan is in charge, okay, we can remind them that Satan had to appear before the Lord, just like the heavenly angels. Okay? So that verse right there proves who Satan answers to. Who is in all authority. Okay? Some good stuff. It's Job 1:6. See, here we go with this pen. Satan has to answer to the Lord. Yes, he do. You smelled it all over. What? I need you to get it together today.
Where have I spilled it?
Honey, it just went everywhere.
No,
What? Yes, it did.
you done it.
And it's all over my table. Can I have like a napkin or something? Sorry, but it'll be sticky. Lord, pray for this family. Thank you. Look.
Yeah, that cage would be a walk.
Lord, give me patience today with this family, sir. I know. I'm a dude. I know. Okay. Yes, Winona, I love that. All right, let's keep going. Potentially. Whoa, that's strong. Okay, let's keep going. All right, verse 7. Where have you came from? The Lord asked Satan. Satan answered the Lord, I've been patrolling the earth. Watching everything that's going on. So where does Satan patrol? The earth. That is why bad things are here. Like, it's not only Satan's fault, but our fault. He patrols. I'm going to underline it. Patrolling the earth. Oh, goodness, I'll tell you what. Watching everything that's going on. I tell you what. Then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? Now I need you to notice something here. The Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? So I've read all the way to the end of Job, so I'm convinced right here. Not only does the Lord know that Job is the man for this job. Okay. The Lord has hand-chosen Job to go through exactly what he's getting ready to go through. So not only that, but watch this. The Lord is actually going to use Satan. Right? To get to Job's pridefulness. So that Job will repent and fix the inner self. Tell you what, that's good stuff. He suggests Job to the enemy. And that's like the best part of this. Because I'm convinced, right, that Job, or let me rewind. I'm convinced that if the enemy is attacking you, okay, it is only because the Lord has allowed it. It is only because the Lord has said you are the person for this job. And you see, we need to have more faith in it. That if the enemy has come knocking on our door, sometimes it ain't because we've done anything wrong at all. It is simply because God chose us for this mission. Right? God chose us for this mission. So I want you to make you a note right here because I want you to understand. The Lord, all right, brought up Job to Satan. The Lord had a plan. I tell you what, he sure did. He had a plan, and he knew what he was doing. That's good. Job is definitely a way, to show you a lot about grief and pain because he done a lot of that. But we just cannot forget the fact that Job wasn't perfect. Even though he was a man of integrity, even though he was a God-fearing man, he wasn't perfect. He suffered with pride. And he needed to repent. So even the best of people, okay, even the best of people have something that they are struggling with and something that they need to repent from. It was for verse 8. Then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears God and stays away from evil. Right? Satan replied to the Lord, yes, but Job has good reason to fear God. Okay? You have always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. So Satan had tried to get him before. But Satan couldn't. Because the Lord had him wrapped all up in protection. I tell you what. Sometimes, I need sticky notes. Where's my sticky notes? Well, poo-pooey. They must be in there on my chair, but I got to cover this up. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. Sometimes the reason the Lord or the enemy can't get to you is because of that protection. I tell you what, that God has around you. That is so good. Okay. We're reading in Job. Job 1. Sorry, you guys. I gotta fix this really quick. I don't really like these sticky notes, though. I wish I would just go away. That cough be getting me. And the stuffiness. Okay. I cover up all these little drawing things because I'm not going to be doing that. Whoa now. Calm down. All right. Got it. All right. Maybe. This one don't stick. I'll probably end up having to take that out. But anywho, we'll keep going. All right, let's see. Where was I? Verse 10, you have always been a wall of protection around him, his home and his property. You have made him prosper in everything he does. Look how rich he is. But reach out and take everything he has, and he will surely curse your face. Right? That's what the enemy said to the Lord. For that little whole section right there, I'm going to put this pen. God gave Job protection. The enemy can only get to you if the Lord allows. I'm going to tell y'all what right there. Everything is under his authority. Everything. I'm telling you. Okay. Verse 12. All right, you may test him. So the Lord had to give Satan permission to test Job. I tell y'all what, y'all sleeping on this. Okay? Do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. Okay? Here, let me tell you this. The Lord gives Satan limits. Y'all be thinking that Satan is just in this powerful control. He gave him limits. He gave Satan boundaries. So if you think for 1 second that whatever you are battling, whatever you are facing, you are on your own, you are wrong. Because the only reason you are in this situation in the first place is because the Lord gave the enemy permission to put you there.
Did you tell Emma she could take the tablet?
I did. Her tablet, not my tablet. Y'all say something. Like, sometimes we get ourselves into situations that are bad. Sometimes it's our fault. Sometimes we have went down the path of destruction that the Bible warns us about, and we turn the other cheek and we say, but I'm going to go anyway, and we went anyway. And guess what? Consequences for your actions, okay? It's a revolving door, happens all the time, and you are going to have consequences for the choices that you make in this life, right? Okay, end of story. But sometimes it is because you are chosen. Sometimes it is because the Lord brought you up to the enemy. Sometimes it's because the Lord knows that you're the one that's going to be able to handle this battle, and you are going to use it to do all kinds of greatness. Sometimes the Lord has given Satan boundaries, and that's all he can test in you. But this battle that you're about to face, or maybe that you're in, just like Job, is a battle that not only is going to prove Satan wrong in all the ways of his what he thinks is going to happen. And it's not only going to be something that is going to defeat the enemy in your life. It's also going to be something that changes you. Something that molds you into being who you are called to be. Something that opens up your eyes, all right, to see the real truth about yourself. And I want to let you know the story of Job. Nobody's really sure how long it took him, but we are sure that it was months. This man sat in his own pity party for months. And it could have been even longer. Right? I'm telling you, it's some good stuff. All right, let's keep reading. Verse 12. All right, you can test him, the Lord said to Satan. Do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence. I lost my place. All right. One day, when Job's sons and daughters were feasting at the oldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job's home with the news. I'm going to read this whole passage. Your oxen were plowing, with the donkeys feeding beside them. When the sea beams raided us, they stole all the animals and killed all the farm hands. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. Here's the part I need you to catch, verse 16. While he was still speaking, okay, another messenger arrives with the news. The fire of God has fallen from heaven and burned up your sheep and all the shepherds. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. This is getting good. While he was still speaking, okay, another messenger arrived with the news. Your sons and daughters were feasting at the oldest brother's home. Suddenly, a powerful wind swept in from the wilderness, most likely a tornado, and hit the house on all sides. The house collapsed, and all your children are dead. I am the only one who escaped to tell you. Job stood up and tore his robe in grief, and he shaved his head and fell to the ground to worship. There's so many points right here. He said, I came naked from my mother's womb, and I will be naked when I leave. The Lord gave me what I have, and the Lord has taken it away. Praise the name of the Lord. In all of this, Job did not sin by blaming God. Gosh. Need I even say more? Do I even need to say anything else? I just don't really think so. I mean, see y'all later. That's it. That's a wrap. I tell you what, that's so good. Listen, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about right here. You ready? Number one, I want you to notice all these while he was still speaking, When I read this a long time ago, something that popped up, and that's what this note said, right? Something that popped up is, you ever had those days where it just feels like one thing is happening right after the other? Right? Like, this bad thing happened this morning. Well, then this afternoon, this happened to you. Well, then something else happened to you. And it just feels like it's one bad thing after another, after another, after another. And you are completely exhausted. That happened to Job. It was one thing after another, after another, after another. Right? It was like it just wouldn't stop. And I wrote, by the end, he was so filled with grief that he shaved his head and fell to the ground. But then he worshiped. Oh, gosh. That's so good. When we have those days, when we are just hit back to back with just things going on, okay? When we are just constantly facing something throughout that whole day, right? When it just seems like the bad news won't stop coming, all right? What are we supposed to do? We can get upset. We can rip our clothes in grief, right? And we can fall to the ground, shave our head if we will. But what do we have to do? Fall to the ground to worship. Even when the bad stuff just won't quit coming. Even when you are so filled with grief. Job has not only lost, Job was wealthy, okay? He's lost his wealth. He's lost his children. He's lost so much stuff right here. But he still fell to the ground and worshiped. This example right here is the exact example that I like to talk to you guys about a lot. The path you were handed or the path you chose, it's your decision what you do with this. Okay? I lost everything. Right? Much like Job. Literally. I also lost my spouse. Job didn't. So, I lost my spouse, but I didn't lose my children. I mean, I'm going to praise the Lord for that because I still have them here. And it was rough, right? But I chose to do something about it. I chose to turn it around and make it good. I chose to worship the Lord anyway. And quite honestly, I was a Christian, but I wouldn't say that I was a person who was worshiping the Lord for everything, right? Because I wasn't that person a long time ago, right? Or 3, 4 years, I don't know how many years it's been. But in 2019 is when all that, 19? 18. I don't know. I'd have to look. I can't remember. But it is 18 or 19. I'm not good with numbers, or y'all be knowing this dyslexic stuff don't work out. But my suffering, my point I'm getting to, my suffering turned me into a person who would worship. Even when it wasn't good. My suffering led me to grow closer to the Lord. Because my suffering was so great that nobody else was going to be able to pull me out of this. I had no money, no job. I'd been a stay-at-home mom for 6 years up until that point. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I have continued to be a stay-at-home mom, so to say, since my kids were little. And my daughter just turned 8, and my son is 9. But at that point, they were 5 and 3 or 4. And I had no house. I sold everything. I had no job, no money. I was moving back in with my parents because I had nothing. But I realized in the midst of going down that hole, that the only person that could pull me out of this hole I had dug for myself was the Lord. He was my only hope. And from that day forward, the very first night that I moved into my parents' house, it was a humbling experience because I had been gone from their home since I was 18. And now at 25, I was having to go back home. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. Because I had been on my own since I was 18, right? Went to Texas, okay? I got out of here, all right? And it was humbling because I had never wanted to do that. I never wanted to do that. But I didn't have a choice. And now I wasn't just coming home. I was coming home with 2 children in tow. So that very first night that I had to stay there and humble myself enough to go there, just so my children would have somewhere to lay their head at night, I picked up my Bible and I said, I'm going to read this all the way through. And I'm going to learn who God is. Because at that moment, I knew who God was. I knew God was God. I knew He was who I prayed to. I know He was who I prayed to. I knew He could solve my problems. He was who I ran to usually when I had a problem. You see, because that was the type of Christian that I used to be. I'd run to the Lord when I had a problem. But what about running to the Lord all the other times? What about meeting with the Lord every single morning just to get your day started? That's who I wanted to be. But that ain't who I was. But when I ended up living with my parents, I said, Lord, I've dug myself in this hole so deep that the only way I'm going to be able to come out is if you change me, if you fix me, if you lead me. So you're the only one that can grab my hand. I'm drowning. You're the only one that can keep me from sinking to the bottom. And I opened my Bible and I got to know Him. And I got to know Him for who He really was. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people read the Bible so that, and they look for the words to jump out at them. They're like, I didn't understand that. Because you're looking at it to speak to you. Don't read the Bible and just look for it to speak to you. Read the Bible to learn about who God is. He is entwined in this whole book. He is performing miracles and doing amazing things and strengthening people and all the things. Right? You don't have to read this for it to jump out at you and just speak to you, right? You don't got to find yourself in here. This is to teach you who God is. So that you realize really who He is. Because when you read this and you really learn who God is, your whole perspective on who He is will change. I mean, it's that good, right? And He took me, a woman who had been divorced once, widowed once, lost everything now, moving back in with the parents. He used me and He said, you have no idea what I'm preparing you for. I got you. Even though I seen that situation as such a bad situation and it was so hard, He said, I got you right where I want you. I got you right where you need to be so you can learn who I am. What seemed to me like the worst possible place that I could possibly be was the exact place He needed me. Because that was the place He was going to change me. And you see, He had mercy on me too. Because He knew I wasn't going to be able to stay in that house long because I don't do well living with others. He knew. And you want to know how I knew? He showed me this little old trailer, right? that I would be able to afford all on my own as a little waitress with 2 children. He showed me that home and he said, okay, I know you don't want to be here long. Let me send you somewhere you can be. And that trailer had no doors and the windows were broken. Yes, I said windows. They were broken. But I tell you what, I looked at that. I said, this is home. I can put up some paint. I can put up some doors. I can do a new window. It'd be good. It'd be good. This is going to be a good start. It was a great start. Leaving that trailer was the hardest place I've ever left in my life. And I've lived in some nice places. But it was the hardest trailer to leave because the Lord was so strongly there. Because that is the place where the Lord met me and changed my life. He had me right where I needed to be, even though I thought it was the most painful thing in my life, and it was. And yet it was still the exact place that he needed me to be able to mold me and change me and use me. All right? And you know what I think's crazy? And it's a little crazy. Do you know that Joseph, he was sold into slavery at 17, so 17, 18 years old. And he became a ruler right at 30. That resonated so much with me because Jesus was the same. Jesus became known and started like his big mission that he was on and all of that and finding his disciples when he was 30. And I was like, wow. Like, I'm 29. Like, and I started this journey at 18. And I got pregnant out of wedlock at 18 to a man that I barely knew. And proceeded to get into that relationship and moved, decided I was going to leave that Texas because he was very mean to me. And he said he wanted to come with me, so he did. And I spent a lot of years in abuse. I had a lot of high highs, a lot of low lows. Faced a lot. A lot that we don't got time for this morning. But he started to use me. About the time I turned 25, he started to change me. He started to give me these tools and teach me. And I didn't see it then, but I see it so clearly now. He was teaching me all the things I would need to know and be to do what I do now. And I'm just like, wow. You know, because it didn't make sense then. But it makes sense now. All those things that I did and went through, like, he made me successful in a lot of areas simply so that he could teach me what he needed to teach me to bring me where I am today. And a lot of the things that I want to still do, like writing a book. This is going to be the year that I do that. And this is going to be the year because when I had started writing it before, something just didn't feel right about it. Something felt like the ending was missing. And not to say that like we're at the end, because we're not. You're never at the end. There's always something else that's going to happen in your life. But it just felt like the ending of the book, right? Like hadn't happened in my life yet. I hope that makes sense. So I quit writing it because I was like, I'm not going to force something that isn't of the Lord right now, because just because it's no right now doesn't mean it won't be yes later, right? And I said, just right now is not the exact right time. Because the ending of what's supposed to be the ending of the book just hasn't happened in my life yet. I can feel it. So I quit. I put it down. And I said, Lord, you just take me where you want me. And then you let me know when we need to revisit this book. He is most definitely, it's time to revisit the book. And I'm like, praise the Lord. Like, I don't know. I hope it makes sense. I don't know. The other thing that I want you to realize about this section of Job that we just read is, do you notice how in every one of these it says, the fire of God has fallen from heaven and burned up your sheep and all the shepherds. They were blaming God for something that the enemy did. How often do we do that in our life? Blame God for something that the enemy did. God released the protection and said, do what you want with his possessions, but don't touch him. Satan done all these things. But they said, God did it. I want you to know that God is literally, he's got all the authority. All of it. If he has allowed it in your life, it is to teach you something. Or it may be a consequence of something that you did. I don't know, because I don't know your story. And I don't know your heart. But what I can promise you is if you will switch it up. If you'll realize that God is a God of mercy and forgiveness and goodness. In him, there is no darkness. In him, there is no evil at all. If we'll just quit blaming God for Satan's work, we'd be able to see him a lot more clear. And you're blaming God for something that Satan did. But what you're not seeing is how he's protected you from something, and you just don't know that because you have limited perspective. He operates outside of us. How many times he has saved you from something, and you just don't know that he has. But he has. And see, most people forget this verse right here. The Lord gave me what I had, and the Lord has taken it away. Praise the name of the Lord. That's complete submission right there. Everything that you own isn't yours. It's the Lord's. And he can give it, and he can take it. And anytime he wants to. And you need to praise him anyway. Because he can give you back better than what you lost. If you trust him to do so. Right? If you recognize that none of this is you, it's all him. I don't take credit for nothing in my life. And people try to get me to. They say, well, you've worked really hard and you do this and you do that. And okay, yeah, but it's like because of me. It's not. It's because the Lord seen fit I know. My window's right there. They are just a chirpy. I love my office. I love it so much. But the Lord gives and the Lord takes. So you have to praise when He's given and praise when He's taken. Because He knows what's best for you. And you really don't. I know you think you do, but you don't. Yes, this is my office. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That's so sad. We will be praying for y'all to feel better and and for your daughter, because I know that that's so sad. So, that is my favorite wall and my dog. I love that. Okay, but this is why I changed my office. So that would be my other wall. And that's my son's room. But see this, I'm going to show you. This whole wall right here. So I put my little bed right there, as you can tell. I had the bright idea. Let me get it fixed back. I had the bright idea to turn that whole wall into a bookshelf. So my little bed, my little day bed is going to be right there. And a bookshelf is going to go all the way up to the ceiling and all the way to the other wall. And then I can take all my commentaries and all my Bibles and all my books that are all over this house, and I can fill this big old wall. And then no matter which way I do my lives, whether I do this way or this way or this way, everything's so pretty. And I love it so much. I'm super excited about it. And I cannot wait. This is my away from home place almost. Tips to grow your Christian account. My best advice for growing a Christian account. Number one, you need to be 100% authentically you. You probably have a lot of people that you look up to on TikTok that do the same type of content that you would like to do. Don't be like them. You're you. You're you for a reason. It is you and your testimony that will change lives. So be you. I didn't get to where I am today by pretending to be somebody that I'm not. By pretending to be that I'm any of these other people who already do the same type of work that I want to do. I got here because I decided I was just going to be me. And I was just going to share my story. And I was going to let the Lord do with it as He would. And I didn't pray for thousands of followers. I prayed for one. I never... Even today, I don't pray that 150 people, I'm going to have a coughing spell. I don't pray that 150 people end up in my life. I pray for one person. I pray that one person sees what I'm doing and it helps them and it speaks to them. That mission has never changed. I don't pray to reach millions. I pray to reach one. My conference launches today with my membership. If I sold one ticket, I'd host that conference, which I'm really hoping that it's going to go so good. And I've been praying about it. But if I only sold one ticket, I would show up like I sold all 200. Right? So, find the reason God sent you. Is it because you are just trying to be like everybody else you see? Or did something happen in your life? First off, Adrian, I did not know that. Second, I gotta drink my coffee anyway. But I'd be having all those, it's like a dry cough. one of those coughs that like want to make you sick. Oh, God. I like it. I don't like it. I can't switch to green water. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, that's on my second cup. I can't. Y'all know I can't do but just one cup of coffee in the morning. Like, Vicky, I will be posting it in the membership. That's the only people that get access to it today is you guys in the membership. So that's where I'm going to post it. Oh, you are so sweet. Like, be who you are. You don't need to be somebody else. And I'll be honest with you. You don't have to have 2,000 people on your live to run a successful company. That is like such a myth and misconception. You think I need lots of followers to have a big business. Or I need lots of people on my live to make lots of sales. You don't. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you don't. I am proof of that. You don't. Okay? If you will build community, it's community over numbers. Okay? Be on a mission for the Lord. Don't make it about the numbers. Don't make it about anything else than God reaching people through you. Like, make it about one. Make it about community. I hope that helps. Somebody did suggest maybe doing some sort of like paid course. I think it would be cool to do like a live paid course on helping people use their talents that the Lord gave them to build a business. And I am going to be teaching that at my conference. But it would be really cool to do like an online live like experience. It'd be really cool. So the tickets are going to get launched in my membership first. They're not going to be launched to the public until end of January, beginning of February. I'll get an exact date. Probably within a week or so, I'll get an exact date. But a VIP ticket is $300. I'll be honest with y'all. I do think the membership is going to snag all those up. I don't think those will be offered to the public. I'll be honest. I could be wrong, but I'll be honest. But the regular tickets are $125, and you will have discounts that you are going to be able to use to stay at the Hampton Inn, which is 7 minutes from the place that I am hosting this retreat, conference, whatever we want to call it. So there's that. It'll be dropped for the rest of you. I want to say, I don't have a calendar. I could use a calendar. I'll get a calendar. Yeah, calendar. End of January, beginning of February. But if you follow the Purpose I Hope Facebook group, I will let y'all, I will give an update today. Once I see how the day goes, I will select a date to release to the public, and I will post it in the Purpose I Hope Facebook group. Yes, $125 gets you all 3 days. It gets you, we're gonna do breakfast every day. We're also gonna provide the refreshments. We'll provide one lunch, and then dinner, you'll be on your own every single night. But when I say on your own, we are going to have a food truck there, and it is a steakhouse, so to say, food truck. They're super affordable and they're super good. So they're going to be there every night so that we can all eat dinner together on that truck, and they'll have different options. And then it includes like all the things that we're gonna do. So I do know we're gonna do live coffee talks in the morning. I do know we are gonna hold yes, it's 13 bones. I'm going to do a live coffee talk every morning. We're going to have workshops throughout the day. Everything you'll need for those workshops are going to be provided to you. It's going to be really fun. We're going to do a Q&A session. I am thinking about a guest speaker, but I don't know. I ain't really decided. I'm praying to the Lord about it. And then, let's see. And then we're going to do a Q&A session. I know we're also going to do a course or a workshop on using your talents to bring in income to your family. It's going to be lots of things. Charity is not hosting nothing. Don't listen to her. Charity, don't you bring it up again. Don't you bring it up again. Kim, yes. The conference is going to be June 9th, 10th, and 11th, and it's going to be at White Sulphur Springs Weddings and Event Venue. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful, and the 17 VIP tickets will be allowed to stay on this property with me. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. And then, there's going to be lots of fellowship in the evening. So we're doing this in June. They're actually going to have this big old, I think it's a fireplace built on this patio. Ooh, it's so pretty out there, I'll just tell you. But they also have a big fire pit. They have hammocks all over the place. They have places that you can sit outside and just fellowship. So even when the day is over, the day don't have to be over. Oh, and I also know we're gonna do a dinner party, because some of y'all want to teach me how to do the church clap, and nobody's allowed to record it because it's not gonna be good. But y'all are gonna laugh. I'm okay with it. Y'all are gonna laugh, but it's gonna be something. So we're gonna have a little party. Yes, there's only 17 VIP spots, because that will fill up all the cabins and everything. So sorry, but this is just a really big, the Hampton Inn that I'm going to get y'all discounts at, it's 7 minutes down the road, so it's not bad. And this is a kind of a trial run. If this goes very well and goes good, I want to plan conferences at least twice a year, and I want to do them in a whole bunch of different states. I want to pick a different state every time. So it's going to be great. I'm not giving you a sample of my clap. Oh, there you go. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. Because I'm just not sure at what point you go up here and down here all at the same time, or how you get your leg up that high. I'm not. That's your sample. That's your sample clap. I can clap real nice. That's it. That's how you get it. I don't know the rest. Y'all gonna love it. Message us on our website. Girlfriend will help you get back in. Sometimes it be like that. I don't know why it does that. I'll get some spirit in it, I promise. The Holy Spirit's going to be active at our conference. Y'all bear with. Y'all are going to have a great weekend. We're all going to have a great weekend. I'm not saying that your girl might not have to take a couple of days off afterward, because that's a lot. It's going to be a lot of talking and teaching all weekend long. But I'm going to tell you what, it is going to be an amazing weekend. We are going to have so much fun. And this is going to be a Strongholds conference. So you are going to leave. You might be coming with baggage. But you are going to leave there renewed, refreshed, and leaving your strongholds behind. And you're going to it's going to be great. I mean, it is going to be, it's going to be some good stuff. So on the 9th, so people that buy the VIP tickets, your night stay is for Friday and Saturday, right? So on the 9th, we are not going to start until later that afternoon / not really evening, but it's not going to be in the morning, because those people need time to get there on Friday, because that's their first night that they get to stay. right? So it's going to be like in the afternoon/evening, but I will definitely be like releasing that pretty soon so that y'all can plan y'all's traveling accordingly. Yes, I am gonna do. I'm gonna offer online like a visual like online. I don't know how to even really say that, but yes, there will be one offered. It'll be a lot closer to time for the event though before I launch those. Adrian. The church clap. What you mean? Live stream. Thank you. Yeah, there's the word. There's the word. Men are welcome. I do suggest if you are buying VIP tickets and you're bringing a spouse, don't buy a VIP to bring your spouse. Just buy your regular tickets. Buy you a ticket, buy him a ticket, or whoever's coming. They are welcome. My husband will be there. And the teaching I'm going to use is going to be for everybody. I mean, everybody is going to be benefited by the teaching, period. They always are. Some of the things that we're going to be doing, I think it's perfect for anybody. But men may or may not like it. One of the things that I do have planned is a plate smash. They would enjoy smashing the plate, but they're not going to enjoy writing their feelings on it. But yet again, nobody's going to see it. So, I mean, use your own discernment. My hubby will be there. It is just, it's completely up to you. I think they'll have fun just the same. Tickets will be released in my membership first. It won't be released to the public until probably a week from today or closer to the beginning of February. I will launch a date for the tickets being sold in my Purpose I Hope Facebook group. Aw, Kim, that's so sweet. Total tickets available. VIPs are $300, but I think those are going to get gone. I could be wrong, but I do think they'll be gone. And then whatever, about 200 minus 17 is how many tickets. I have 200 total tickets, and 17 of them are VIP. Because we can only set a certain amount of people at the venue I chose for now. But in the future, this all goes well. In the future, maybe we will be able to do big resorts. I don't know. The Lord's just leading me, and I'm just like, if you say so. If you say so, I shall do it. And I'm just following his lead. I would love to. If this does go good, I would love to do them in Texas and Kentucky, Tennessee. I mean, just all over. I would love to do them all over. Yes, 200 total tickets, Holly. This one's going to be in North Carolina. Yes, I would love to do them in every state. I think that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Like, see, this is why y'all like follow me. Because I'd be surprised, just as surprised as y'all are, every time the Lord does something in my life. I'd be like, it's so cool, Lord. Like, that's the type of conversations me and him have. Yep. I'm like, are you sure? Because this is just so cool. And everything he does for me, I just think is the coolest thing ever. I'm like, when he humbled me. So now everything that we get the privilege to do, it's literally seen as that, a privilege. Everything in my life, I see it as a privilege that he has allowed me to do and that he could take away at any time. Because it is just there's the way my life used to be and the way it is now just humbles me to my core. But that's why I'm always so excited, because it's just like so crazy. So crazy. Little old me. And he's like, let's go travel the world and talk to people. What? What now? What'd you say? I don't even say that. Like, it is just crazy. I just can't. He is so good, and it's just so humbling, and just, I love it so much. I love to think I thought that I was going to be like, yes, Kim, I be doing the same thing. I mean, it's like, I like, we might need to buy a new dishwasher, and I was crying over it. Like, I can afford a new dishwasher. Like, I mean, I just can't. I just can't. I look around at this life, and it's just like, wow. I don't deserve this, Lord. I mean, it's just, there's no words to thank him enough. I'm telling you. Ooh, Angie, that would be cool. Yeah, it's a dance. Church clap. Look it up. What's the living leg? At one point, you got to jump forward, and you clap up here, and you lift your leg up, and you clap under your leg, and all at that time, you got to turn. Y'all know I'm not coordinated like that. I'm not coordinated like that. He has, Kim, yes, and it's, I can't. I just can't. It is just, I don't know. It is just the most humbling thing ever. And it just could bring me to tears every time. He does. He does. Like, it is just, I don't know. I reminisce about my life so often. And it's just from where I came from to where I am now. And I don't know. I think, too, though, you know, I see people out here struggling and blaming God, you know, for their struggle. And man, it just does something to me on the inside, because I just like want to grab them by the face and just be like, pay attention. Pay attention to what the Lord is doing. Listen to him. Quit complaining about everything and just straighten up. Straighten up. Get right with him. Like, go for him. Get right with him. Talk to him. Listen to him. Quit running from him. Like, I just want to grab people by the face and be like, stop it. Like, just stop it. Look towards the Lord. Listen to what he has to say. You are hindering your own blessings. Like, stop doing that. Listen to him. And because it just, I'm just like, man, if you'll just like, if you'll just look at him, he'll change it for you. Please listen, because I used to be where you are, and now I'm not. And let me tell you how I got there. He's how I got here. Now listen, like, I mean, I just want them to get it, because I know how God can take them and just change everything about them. And it is just, please let him do it for you. It's not a matter of if he can, it's if you'll let him. Like, oh, we could do this. I can't. Yes. Yeah, church hurt. Choo. Church hurt. It could be a whole thing. June 9th, 10th, and 11th. Thumb on forehead. Be like, stop it. I love it. Okay. Church hurt is real. Let's see. Yes. Yep. God sees and hears the things that we don't. Yes. They do. The place where I'm holding my events, they do weddings and events and all kinds of things. The people who actually like own the food truck got to be there. Is who owns the whole thing. And it's beautiful. I cannot wait to set it up. I can't wait to plan. I can't wait to do y'all's goodie bags. I have no idea what's going to be in the goodie bags yet, but oh my goodness, I can't wait. And there's going to be so much, like, goodie bags, and we're going to have some Purpose of Hope stuff set up there. Y'all are going to get to meet Haley for the first time, which is going to be super cool. Hubby's going to be there. We're going to have breakfast, coffee, teas, refreshments. It's going to be good. We're going to have a little place that we can do photos, which is going to be fun. There's just going to be a lot. Like, I'm excited. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time. I love that. Of course we're going to have green water. We're going to have green water. Yes, we are. That, I'm going to try to have all the drinks. Like, because I know everybody's, like, different. Like, Sprite, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, diet drinks. Like, I'm going to try to, like, have a variety. So, green water's Mountain Dew. It's a joke. Because one of my girls be always wanting me to drink water, and I don't like water. So, I call Mountain Dew my green water. So, she'll leave me alone. But it doesn't work. She doesn't leave me alone. Charity, mind your business. Told my daughter she's allergic to water. I'm going to steal her. Yep, that's what I'm going to say to them. Well, I'm allergic. I don't even like water. I'm allergic. Kim, I'm invested. Do you have another comment? The spring one. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? See, I didn't know that. I even went and toured, and nobody told me that. Nobody told me that. Nobody told me that, even when I went and toured. That is awesome, though. It's so pretty. When you drive in, you drive over this bridge, and I'd call it a river, but would that be, I don't know, I don't know, I'm going to have to go back and look at all this. They used to come in the wagon days. Oh, my goodness. I love that. You're going to have to tell me about it. You're going to have to tell me all about it. It's a creek. Is it a creek? Okay. You're going to have to tell me all about it, because I'm just like, nobody told me that part. I just know how beautiful it is. Like, I was amazed. When I drove up, then I was like, Lord, we're really doing this thing, Lord. Like, I mean, it was one of those moments like, Lord, we really doing this? This place is beautiful. Are you sure, Lord? Like, oh my goodness, I'm not worthy. Like, I can't. Like, I drove up and that place was gorgeous. I was like, Lord, you sure? I mean, you sure? It was something. It is so fancy. It is so beautiful. I was just amazed. Completely amazed. I was like, we're doing this thing. Wow. I mean, I don't know. It's called White Sulphur Springs Wedding and Events Venue. All right, you guys, it's 9:03. I got lots of stuff to do today. Lots and lots of stuff. So, I'm going to go get me some green water. Might warm up this coffee that y'all say is so bad for me. They have. It is White Sulphur Springs Wedding and Events Venue. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. I love you guys. We got lots to do today, so I need to get all the things taken care of. Running to stop the membership. I love it. You're so funny. All right. I love y'all so big. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Membership people, I'll see y'all tonight. But everybody else, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And we'll probably talk about Joseph. And it's going to be really good. But I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.